Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us. Hey, Charlotte County. This is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and we got more information on the story that broke and how it started on Charlotte County Sheriff Deputy Robert Tuck, the one that illegally looked me up about a year ago and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS chat room for all 500 plus deputy cops and jail cops to do harm to me. And this is how the latest investigation started, is that there's a cop that's pissed off inside the sheriff's department who sent me this letter, and because the Charlotte County Sheriff is so corrupt, he wouldn't even let this story out. But Robert Tuck was fired for having an affair while he was on the job. I already did a video on his internal investigation report, which is 18 pages long. He admits to multiple affairs, doing it on the job, turning off his GPS, his laptop, lying, perjury, all of it. I wanted to do a point too on how, I don't know how it's happening, but the sheriff is somehow getting the newspapers to not do their job, and or the press. Actually, this story, I believe, will never come out if we wouldn't have got that letter. And this is what Wink News did. Wink News did a quick snippet on a TV. And like I said, the only reason why this came out is because we got the letter, I did the story, and then I bugged the press and the TV to do something. But this is another thing that's weird. By the way, he's getting crucified on their Wink News page. We got tons of people that have experienced corruption from him, and we are getting more stories. We think that's one reason why they hid the story, because we come to find out his freaking wife is a cop and possible detective. He's married with kids. She should divorce him because he admitted to multiple affairs, since married to her. I mean, it's just really sick. We've heard from years, that he was corrupt as hell, lies, perjury, possible planting drugs, and people are coming forward with stories. Oh my God. I talked to somebody you knew for an hour last night, so we got more stories coming out. But this is what pisses me off. The news is not posting the video that they did on TV. They did post the article, which has got a lot of people talking. Cop suckers and people that are sick of the police corruption. Actually, it's more people that are sick of the police corruption than cop suckers. That's one good sign. But there again, like I said, why didn't the news do their TV snippet usually when they do a TV snippet, they'll post it on YouTube, their website and Facebook page. They did not do that. That's kind of pissing me off, and I do not get it. Here's another one. NBC2, they did a news snippet too, and again, they did not put the video there. Is the sheriff that big and out of fucking control that he's like God now, and he can tell him don't do a freaking video on your website, Facebook, or YouTube? This is fucking bullshit. This is something is happening really big here, and I think it's because he used to work in the drug squad. We can have a crap load of cases thrown out because this is just one of the cases that he was busted for. There's a lot of stuff, man, and so we're wondering if that's what it has to do with it. But I will admit, as a lot of you know, the Charlotte County Sheriff killed my big YouTube page, 77 million views. So apparently we were making an effect because he killed it. It's gone. But we have backup Facebook, websites, Twitter, YouTube pages. We're getting the information out. We're getting, he killed a huge site, man. So I don't got as many views as I usually do, but this is getting a lot of views because it was a 45-minute long read on this internal investigation on his corruption, having the affair on duty. And holy shit, God, is he fucking stupid? Like, the cops have all the gadgets you can think of, so they busted him, then they interviewed him, and he fucking lied. He committed perjury all over the place. So, anyways, so we wanted to bring that up. Why isn't the news? The news is reporting it, but they're not. Why didn't the sheriff let it out? Also, now that we've talked to people that he knows, we have more information coming out, and I do not know why this stupid thing is not switching. So anyways, we're going to do it ourselves. We come to find out that, and by the way, here's a letter that started it all. This is what came in the mail. I mean, this is a cop from you know this is from a cop. I mean, he's flat out naming all the people that actually hired. They actually hired Robert Tuck after he was fired from the jail for illegally doing steroids. Steroid is an illegal drug. And then guess who hired him? We come to find out that this guy right here, Darren Chandler, is his cousin. Half of his family works as cops there. So it gets uglier and uglier. So this is a pissed off cop from the inside that sent us this. We don't know who it is. I don't care. Thanks for sending it. I appreciate it. Because yes, this was a huge cover-up. Like I said, I do not know why my screen thing is not working here. So let's get this out of the way. So this is another thing that we were told by somebody that knows him. He was married to this lady in 2006, and look what she was busted for. A woman charged an elaborate embezzlement scheme. Over at least $100,000, possibly $4 million. And we were informed by somebody that knows him. A lot of the people that have experienced his corruption are coming forward and telling us stuff. And they're trying to say that Robert Tuck, who just got fired, he was a cop, did not know anything about all these hundreds of thousands of dollars that his ex-wife was stealing. I think that's bullshit. I think, like I said, he's got freaking cousins in the sheriff's office. He's got family that's in the sheriff's office. I think they got him off, and I think they even cut her a deal. And so there's that. And then where was it? Okay, it's right here. Here's the next one. Condo manager sentenced in Charlotte. I mean, it was bad, man. In fact, they think absolutely over $500,000 stolen, and Robert Tuck didn't know anything? Are you fucking kidding me? That's his wife, damn it. We have heard from people that knew them at that time that, you know, the lifestyle was ungodly, and, you know, on the two incomes together, there's no fucking way that he didn't know. Then we got more proof that came. By the way, here's her booking sheet. We are going to try to get a hold of her. She might be pissed off enough to finally tell us the truth that, you know, he knew everything. But it's real. She's in prison. We are going to try to get a hold of her to find out if she'll finally spill the guts that he knew everything. And here's how we know that they were married. If you look closely, right here. Come on. Robbie and Stacy Tuck on her freaking foot with a tattoo. And then look at what year she was busted in. 2006. How the fuck did he not know? There, like I said, people are coming forward. I'm not making up shit. You know, a lot of people say, you're making up shit. You know, down here it's so fucked up. You know, it's crazy, man. Even the friends that are calling me of his that have experienced the corruption, some are not friends. You know, they just experienced this corruption. They're like, you were the first one to do or say anything. Because it's so corrupt down here, nobody, you know, does anything. Nobody says anything. The more you out this crap, the more the crap stops. Or you can get it to, you know, start stopping. It's so corrupt here that we're in the year 2018. They have no car camera, no body camera, no court camera. That's how corrupt they are. Policing for profit is job fucking one. Florida is number 3 in the country for jails and prisons. Policing for profit is job number 1 here. If you have a joint, you go to jail. If you have a bowl, you go to jail. If you have a little piece of weed in your pocket, you go to jail. Policing for profit, you are literally the product in Florida. And it is sick, and it has got to stop. And this guy's already busted for crap. Oh my God. We've also got a tip from people that he knows too that this guy used to fucking smoke. He used to do drugs in freaking school, and you got to take a polygraph and a drug test and all that crap when you get hired at the sheriff's office and the jail. And somehow when he got hired at the jail, the sheriff's office, when they asked, did you do drugs? He said a couple times. We've already got informants coming in right now as we speak that said he did drugs all the time. How the fuck did he pass a polygraph unless he's got a bunch of family members that said, oh, okay, you're fine? How the fuck did he pass the drug testing? Like I said, he's on steroids. We actually got some pictures in what he used to look like. He used to be a skinny twig. He's a freaking monster now. He's on steroids. We think that's why he's a sex addict. I'm flat out saying it. I've got so many stories coming in. He's been fucking women all over the place in Charlotte County. In fact, actually, we just asked for all the people that he's arrested, ticketed, and even just warned, so we can contact them to see if, anything went wrong or bad. Did he ask him for sexual favors to get off the ticket? I mean, we got to start questioning this. And then we got to question all the cases that he did. They should all be thrown out. He is a proven liar, perjurer, done drugs. The list is endless. I'm speechless. I'm going to do a screen reader on the 2 articles where he was in the on the news, and then I'm going to do the IA report. It's going to be long, but I think it's going to be worth it, because there are some goddamn motherfucking deep as fucking craps in here, and it's got to stop! Damn it!
Charlotte County deputy fired for encounters with woman in patrol car. A Charlotte County Sheriff's Office deputy accused of cheating on his wife while in a patrol vehicle was fired, according to Internal Affairs investigation documents. The Sheriff's Office received a complaint against former Deputy Robert Tuck on November 21, 2017, the documents showed. The complainant stated his fiancée met with Tuck on several occasions for outside business activity while Tuck was on duty. Tuck was accused of eluding meetings with his team to meet with the woman in different undercover vehicles, the documents showed. Tuck communicated with the woman by both text messages and verbal communication, but told her she could not tell anyone of their encounters for fear of losing his job, the complainant told investigators. After an internal investigation, Tuck was accused of conduct unbecoming, neglect of duty and violation of official procedures or directives, documents showed. The documents showed by doing so, his intentions and actions were not in accord with policy and the core values of the agency or that of an officer. Tuck was reprimanded in 2016 for using department resources to look up private details about a man who runs the Charlotte County COPWATCH website, according to a letter of reprimand written by Major Michael Anderson. More, Charlotte County Deputy. IA 17-19. Incident Summary. On November 21, 2017, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office received a written complaint from Robert Close, hereinafter Close. Close advised his fiancée, Danielle Angelo, hereinafter Angelo, and DFC Robert Tuck, hereinafter DFC. Tuck, met on several occasions for outside business activity while DFC Tuck was on duty. Close alleged the two met on the following dates in DFC Tuck's county. Issued vehicles. Close stated while on the clock on October 11, 2017, DFC Tuck and Angelo met at the Mall, 1441 Tamiami Trail. The two met outside the old police station where Angelo sat in DFC Tuck's gray undercover SUV with no cage or computer, just a radio. According to Close, DFC Tuck said he was supposed to meet with his team for lunch, but instead he met with Angelo. When contacted over the radio, DFC Tuck would elude his exact whereabouts and tell his unit members he was on his way. During this encounter, DFC Tuck and Angelo proceeded to make out and talk for about an hour while in the SUV. On the morning of October 12, 2017, Close said DFC Tuck met with Angelo again in his gray SUV at around the clock Fitness, 1000 to Miami Trail, Port Charlotte. During the hour spent together in the SUV, Close advised DFC Tuck digitally penetrated Angelo's vagina. On October 17, 2017, Close alleged while DFC Tuck was patrolling Walmart on Kings Highway, he met Angelo at the racetrack across the street. This time DFC Tuck was in a white undercover Ford Taurus, which had a center console and computer. Unlike the SUV, Close stated DFC Tuck asked Angelo to follow him to a parking lot behind the hospital on Easy St. Once at the hospital, Angelo got into the front. Integrity, professionalism, trust. Page I1. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Seat of DFC Tuck's Ford Taurus for approximately 30 minutes. Close claimed they made out while Angelo was in DFC Tuck's car. Close stated while Angelo was in DFC Tuck's work vehicle, she overheard a call about information needing to be ran on an individual pulled over. DFC Tuck ran the information. During that time, another officer came over the radio asking Tuck where he was. He replied over by Olean. When the other officer said he was coming to meet DFC Tuck, Angelo was asked to depart the area. Close advised DFC Tuck communicated by both text message and verbal communication to Angelo that she could not tell anyone he did any of the above for fear of losing his job. Summary of Danielle Angelo's interview with IA. On November 27, 2017, at approximately 2:10 p.m., I met with Danielle Angelo at Headquarters, District 4, in the IA office to obtain a sworn recorded statement detailing her involvement in this case. Prior to the interview, Angelo was placed under oath and the term perjury was discussed. Angelo advised she understood and did not have any questions prior to going on tape. Angelo advised she and DFC Tuck met on October 7, 2017, then started talking. About 3 days later, Angelo stated there were several times she met with DFC Tuck, but the first time was at Port Charlotte Mall on October 11, 2017. They met by the old sheriff's office / Sears area. Angelo relayed they met in DFC Tuck's undercover gray SUV between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., they talked and kissed for about an hour and then she left. She stated DFC Tuck was supposed to be meeting his unit for lunch, but was with her instead. Angelo confirmed DFC Tuck was in his green uniform and had his sheriff vest with him as well. Integrity, professionalism, trust. Page I2. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. On October 12, 2017, DFC Tuck and Angelo met again at Around the Clock Fitness. This meeting also took place in the gray SUV assigned to DFC Tuck. It has no cage or computer, just a radio. On this occasion, Angelo stated DFC Tuck was not in uniform. They spent about an hour together. During this time, they kissed and made out. Angelo stated DFC Tuck also fingered her while in the front seat of the SUV. Angelo relayed during their time together, someone came on the radio alarming DFC Tuck. He mentioned he hoped he had not pushed something on the radio. Shortly after this, she left and DFC Tuck either proceeded into the gym or left the area. The next meeting took place at 6 a.m. at the Kings Highway Cracker Barrel. DFC Tuck was supposed to be meeting his unit at 7 a.m. to head to Gainesville. This time the meeting took place in a small white, undercover car with black wheels and tinted windows. The car was possibly a Taurus, it had both a cage and computer in it. DFC Tuck was in uniform, but was not wearing his vest at the time. He got out of his car and got into Angelo's truck. Angelo relayed they proceeded to have oral sex. DFC Tuck then had to leave, as he was late meeting up with his unit. She continued to communicate with DFC Tuck throughout the day. Angelo relayed DFC Tuck suggested several hotels in the area of where he would be staying, but she did not go to Gainesville. On October 17, 2017, between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., Angelo met DFC Tuck again. This time was at the Kings Highway racetrack, when he was patrolling Walmart in the area. According to Angelo, DFC Tuck stated there was no good place to meet around there, so he asked her to follow her. Angelo followed DFC Tuck's white undercover car to a parking lot near the hospital's off-clean. Angelo said when she got into DFC Tuck's car, they just talked and kissed this time. During the encounter, someone on the radio asked for DFC Tuck's location. He responded, "Over by Glen and the hospitals." Angelo relayed she then left, as whoever was on the radio was headed toward DFC Tuck. Angelo finished up by stating this was the last encounter involving DFC Tuck while he was on duty and in his patrol car. Angelo's last contact with DFC Tuck was Integrity Professionalism Trust GEI 3. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. November 16, 2017. She stated her significant other found out they had been communicating and called DFC Tuck's wife. Angelo stated everything came out over the next few days. When asked if Angelo wanted to relay any other information regarding the situation, she stated DFC Tuck mentioned on several different occasions he knew he would get in trouble at work if she told anyone she was in his patrol car. He insisted she should not tell anyone, both in person and by phone. Angelo finished by saying both her and DFC Tuck should not have engaged in any of the above. It was wrong on both their parts. Notification of internal investigation and administrative duty. On November 28, 2017, DFC Robert Tuck was notified a complaint had been filed against him and he was being investigated by the Internal Affairs Unit. DFC Tuck was advised the investigation would pertain to policy violations of conduct unbecoming. DFC Tuck was also provided a confidentiality of internal investigations form, which he signed and understood. In addition, DFC Tuck was provided with a copy of his rights, law enforcement officers' rights, while under investigation. On November 29, 2017, DFC Tuck was placed on administrative duty, pending the outcome of the investigation regarding his actions. Per GO #3.50, DFC Tuck was ordered to take the following action: surrender his department equipment as requested, dress in business casual, and take no law enforcement action. In addition, DFC Tuck was advised access to agency databases, email, and buildings would be monitored by the bureau commander or designee. Integrity, Professionalism, Trust IBSB. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Operations Manual General Order GO 3.50. Correspondence 6.0.3.50 F.4D.LL. Conduct unbecoming. Members will conduct themselves at all times, both on and off duty, in such a manner as to reflect most favorably on the office. Conduct unbecoming a member will include that which tends to bring this office into disrepute or reflects discredit upon the member, or that which tends to impair the operation and efficiency of this office. Their actions or lack of action brought disfavor to the agency and discredit to the member. On November 29, 2017, at approximately 2:25 p.m., I met with Robert Close at headquarters, did $trick-4, in the IA office to obtain a sworn recorded statement detailing his involvement in this case. Prior to the interview, Close was placed under oath and the term perjury was discussed. Close advised he understood and did not have any questions prior to going on tape. Close started out by saying he called Human Resources, they advised he needed to contact DFC Tuck's sergeant directly. Close then set up a meeting at the mall with Sergeant Gregory Colossus, hereinafter Sergeant Colossus, to discuss the situation. Anjito, his fiancée, was sick, being treated for postpartum etc., and he started noticing changes in her habits. Close then realized texts coming to her phone from DFC Tuck. He noticed them around the 14 or 15 of November, although the situation started back on October 8, 2017. Close first suspected something around Halloween, but things seemed to quiet down. Shortly after, he again noticed more texts. On November 16, 2017, he confronted Angelo, and began screenshotting the integrity, professionalism, trust GEIS. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Texts between her and DFC Tuck on her phone. Close called DFC Tuck a couple of times, but got no answer. He then texted DFC Tuck. DFC Tuck immediately responded to Angelo's phone and sent WTF. Close then waited until the following day to see if DFC Tuck would get back in contact with him. He didn't get a response, so Close decided to contact DFC Tuck's wife himself and ask her to speak with her husband about what was going on. DFC Tuck's wife messaged Close through Instagram, telling him to talk to DFC Tuck directly. A few days later, Close received a text from DFC Tuck asking if he could call. Close messaged him back the following day, as he was tied up with work at the time he received the text. Close then spoke directly with DFC Tuck. Close stated DFC Tuck gave him many variations of what had happened, compared to the text messages he had read on Angelo's phone. According to Close, DFC Tuck relayed no one hurt more than he did, as Close was considered a good friend of his. DFC Tuck also stated he was seeing a counselor because of the situation. Close said they discussed the fact that DFC Tuck had mentioned previously his wife quit taking her birth control and snuck in another baby on him. He also didn't know if he and his wife would make it through this, because it's the second time he's been caught. Close could hear DFC Tuck's upset wife in the background, but could not make out what she was saying. Close felt like DFC Tuck was trying to comfort him, and confirm he and Angelo could make it through this. Close stated he told DFC Tuck he wasn't done with him yet, was upset, and hung up on DFC Tuck at this time. DFC Tuck called Close back and asked if the only reason he wanted him to call was to threaten him. Close confirmed he didn't mean it as a threat. DFC Tuck mentioned Close should want to shoot him. Close responded by saying, it wouldn't get him anywhere. Close felt DFC Tuck was trying to sell him on his side of the story. He also confirmed he never mentioned to DFC Tuck during their conversation he was going to call the sheriff's office. Close was concerned about retaliation or future harassment. I asked Close what he knew about Angelo and DFC Tuck's encounters while DFC Tuck was on duty. Close provided the same information as Angelo did in her integrity, professionalism, trust page I-6. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Statement, with exception of the time the two met at Cracker Barrel. Close did not know Angelo and DFC Tuck met the morning of October 18, 2017. I asked Close When the last time Angelo and DFC Tuck had verbal or physical communication. Close advised, to the best of his knowledge, the last time was October 16, 2017. When DFC Tuck was getting a tattoo of his newborn son. At the end of the interview, I asked Close if there was anything else we didn't cover about his conversations with DFC Tuck or his wife. Close stated DFC Tuck's wife sent him a text saying I'm humiliated and I'm sorry. Close also said DFC Tuck's wife sent another text saying, I hold my 2-week-old baby and my heart is broken. K/feet dates, and GPS information. Angelo alleges on October 11, 2017, she met with DFC Tuck at the PT Charlotte. Molly, 1441, to Miami Trail between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., in the gray SUV. GPS search revealed DFC Tuck arrived at the mall at 12 hours 5 minutes and 43 seconds. At that point, there are no other times logged until 12 hours 56 minutes and 58 seconds, at which time the GPS log shows DFC Tuck departing the area. Angelo alleges on October 12, 2017, she met with DFC Tuck at around the clock. Fitness, 1000, to Miami Trail between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., in his gray SUV while he was off duty. GPS reveals DFC Tuck did not log in that day until 11:35 a.m. Angelo alleges on October 17, 2017, she met with DFC Tuck at the Kings Highway racetrack, where she ultimately followed him to the area of Easy St and the hospital. This occurred during the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., while DFC Tuck was in his white unmarked Ford Taurus. GPS revealed at 12 hours 59 minutes and 39 seconds DFC Tuck was traveling north toward Midway on Kings. At that point, there are no other times logged until 2 hours 2 minutes and 54 seconds, at which time the GPS log shows DFC Tuck again in the area of Midway on Kings. Angelo alleges on October 18, 2017, she met with DFC Tuck in the Cracker Barrel parking lot, 800 Kings Highway between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., DFC Tuck was driving his white unmarked Ford Taurus at the time. GPS revealed DFC integrity, professionalism, trust, page I-7. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Tuck did not log in or turn his laptop on until 7:45 and 53 seconds a.m., at which time he was already northbound on 75 at Sumter. In addition, video footage from Cracker Barrel places DFC Tuck in the parking lot at 6:21 and 22 seconds a.m., at that location. 0745:50. JGG surveillance at Cracker Barn. On November 29, 2017, one spoke with Adam Fulton, hereinafter Fulton, from Cracker Barrel Lost Prevention, in effort to see if there was any available video from the morning of October 18, 2017. Fulton took the information regarding dates, times, and vehicle descriptions and advised me he would get back to me. Later the same day, Fulton contacted me and advised he did not have the cars parked, but he may have them passing by cameras. Fulton said he could see a large truck fitting the description of Angelo's enter the property, then a white car. Integrity, professionalism, trust, page I-8. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Backed up and drove back toward it. The incident is recorded at 6:21 and 22 seconds a.m. Fulton sent me a copy of the video for review. The video shows a white unmarked Ford Taurus pull into a parking spot, where it sat with its brake lights on facing the hotel. It then shows a full-size black pickup truck entering the main access road, at which time the white Taurus pulls out and follows the truck to another unknown location. Summary of DFC Robert Tuck's interview with IA. On December 4, 2017, at approximately 9 a.m., I met with DFC Robert Tuck and his attorney, Mike Savage, at my office in the District 4 headquarters in order to obtain a sworn recorded statement detailing DFC Tuck's involvement in this case. Prior to the interview, DFC Tuck was provided all related case material. He was given ample time to read over and review all the available information. At 10:35 a.m., DFC Tuck was placed under oath and the term perjury was discussed. In addition, DFC Tuck signed and acknowledged receiving the Garrity advisory. DFC Tuck advised he has known Danielle Angelo for 7 years. DFC Tuck said his best friend is friends with Angelo's fiancé, Robert Close. DFC Tuck stated he has talked and been around Angelo on 30 to 40 occasions, prior to taking their relationship to the next level. DFC Tuck explained in the beginning of October he ran into Angelo while out with a group of friends in downtown Punta Gorda. The two talked about various things during the evening, then ended up at a mutual friend's house. DFC Tuck advised nothing happened between the two other than conversation. Approximately 3 days later, DFC Tuck said he contacted Angelo to question her about a comment one of their friends made about the two of them the night they were all out. Angelo told him not to worry about it, and the two left it at that. DFC Tuck stated another 2 or 3 days went by, then Angelo reached out to him via text. According to DFC Tuck, Angelo told him she liked talking to integrity, professionalism, trust, page 19. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Him and felt the two of them had many similarities. DFC Tuck advised either on the same day or the following day, Angelo texted him again and told him she wanted to meet up. DFC Tuck said the two met at the PT Charlotte Mall, in the parking lot near Sears, while he was working. DFC Tuck said he didn't feel comfortable standing outside of his car since he was in uniform, so he asked Angelo to sit in the front seat of his vehicle. DFC Tuck advised the two of them talked for approximately 40 minutes. Afterwards, DFC Tuck said Angelo leaned over and he gave her a peck on the lips. DFC Tuck stated it was not a makeout session, it was nothing more than a peck on the lips. After meeting at the mall, DFC Tuck said the two communicated while he was at work and home for several days. A few days later, DFC Tuck advised Angelo reached out to him and the two met at Around the Clock Fitness, prior to his work out. DFC Tuck explained he drove his silver undercover SUV to the gym and did not have his computer on because it doesn't hold a charge for long. When the two met up, Angelo got in the front seat of DFC Tuck's SUV and they talked for about 20 to 30 minutes. Afterwards, DFC Tuck stated same scenario, she leaned over, I gave her a peck on the lips and then she left, no intimacy, no nothing. Just a kiss on the lips. DFC Tuck advised for the next 2 weeks he and Angelo had a physical relationship, in Angelo's personal black pickup truck, outside of work. After a few weeks, DFC Tuck said he tried to end the relationship. According to DFC Tuck, he felt things were getting out of hand and he began feeling remorseful and guilty about their relationship. On a Thursday around that time, DFC Tuck said while getting a tattoo, he began receiving text messages and videos from Angelo of her naked. At the same time, he also began receiving phone calls from Close. At that point, DFC Tuck advised he put 2 and 2 together and assumed something had happened and Close was aware of their relationship. The following day, DFC Tuck stated he was in his personal vehicle with his wife. when she received a call from Close. According to DFC Tuck, he had already decided he was going to come clean with his wife regarding his involvement with integrity, professionalism, trust. Page I-10. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Angelo. After his wife hung up with Close, she asked DFC Tuck some questions. He said it was then I came clean with her. DFC Tuck advised she was upset, but it was something they were going to get through. A few days later, DFC Tuck's wife told him Close had been continuing to call her and was asking her questions. She couldn't answer. His wife told him he needed to call Close and tell him the truth. DFC Tuck stated he then contacted Close and told him everything. DFC Tuck said as he told Close detailed things, he learned Angelo had been denying everything and lying about the truth to Close. I asked DFC Tuck if there were any other times he met with Angelo on duty, other than the 2 times he mentioned. DFC Tuck admitted to meeting Angelo in an overflow parking lot of the hospital, near the bridge. DFC Tuck also stated he met with Angelo in the Cracker Barrel parking lot, prior to going to Gainesville. I asked DFC Tuck about October 11, 2017, referencing his GPS. I explained his GPS showed him at the mall at 12:05 p.m., then there was nothing until 12:56 p.m., where he reappeared at the mall again. I asked DFC Tuck if he knew why it might have shown up like that. DFC Tuck advised he had no idea, and stated, I don't know how to do that, nor have I ever tried. I asked him if he ever turned his computer off during the time he was with Angelo. He said, no, I did not. I've never turned my computer off to evade anything. I asked DFC Tuck about Angelo claiming they made out during their meeting at the mall. He said it wasn't true. I asked DFC Tuck about October 12, 2017, when they met at around the clock fitness. He confirmed Angelo got into his assigned gray SUV, but denied any sexual activity occurring. I asked him about Danielle claiming he figured her vagina. DFC Tuck replied, absolutely not, that never happened. I asked him why she would say it if it never happened. DFC Tuck said, I really don't know why a lot of this is happening, but I know she's pretty upset about the fact I'm still with my wife and not with her. DFC Tuck ended by saying I really don't know why she would say that. Integrity, professionalism, trust. Page I-11. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. I asked DFC Tuck about October 17, 2017, when the two met near the hospital. DFC Tuck confirmed he was driving his assigned white Ford Taurus, and Angelo did get in the front passenger seat. I asked him about Angelo's statement regarding the two of them kissing in his vehicle. DFC Tuck said, I gave her a peck on the lips when she left, that's it, LT wasn't a makeout session. I asked DFC Tuck about October 18, 2017, when the two met in the Cracker Barrel parking lot. DFC Tuck confirmed he got into Angelo's truck when she arrived. DFC Tuck denied having any type of sexual contact during their encounter, and denied receiving a blowjob from Angelo. DFC Tuck claimed all they did was talk for a bit. I asked DFC Tuck if he was late meeting the other members at the Kings Highway Walmart. DFC Tuck advised he was late because he stopped at the gas station after leaving Angelo. DFC Tuck said had he went straight there from Cracker Barrel, he would have been fine. I asked DFC Tuck why he didn't log on his computer that morning until 7:45 a.m. DFC Tuck advised it didn't make sense to him, because he always logs onto his computer when he leaves his residence. He stated, I can't say why that is, but I can remember being logged onto my computer from the minute I left my house. I asked DFC Tuck about a few of the text messages to Angelo from him. I referred to the fact he claimed Angelo was the one who pushed the relationship, yet from the text messages it appeared he was. DFC Tuck did not deny having strong feelings for Angelo. DFC Tuck said he sent her a particular message during the period of time their relationship became intimate outside of work. I asked DFC Tuck again about the times his GPS had appeared to be manipulated or turned off. DFC Tuck stated, I never turned my computer off in attempt to hide myself from anybody. DFC Tuck went on to say, I don't know why that happened, but it wasn't done intentionally. I asked DFC Tuck, looking back now, if he felt his behavior and actions with Angelo while on duty had brought disfavor to the agency or discredit to him. DFC Tuck. Integrity, professionalism, trust, page I-12. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Stated, it was not, it was a very poor decision on my behalf. DFC Tuck went on to say, at the time, it really never dawned on me I was doing something wrong. L always met her in a public place where people could see. I wasn't trying to hide or evade anything. DFC Tuck admitted he had been in a bad place and made some poor decisions. He further advised, in hindsight now looking back, it was a very poor decision to put myself and the sheriff in that position. I asked DFC Tuck why Angelo would make accusations of the two of them having sexual contact while he was on duty if it wasn't true. DFC Tuck said he didn't know why and insisted it never happened. I asked DFC Tuck if he was familiar with the manual regarding logging in on his computer when mobile in his assigned vehicle. DFC Tuck advised he didn't know it verbatim, but said, I know basically. Once your wheels are turning, it needs to be turned on. I asked DFC Tuck why. Then did it occur he was not logged in on some of the mentioned days? DFC Tuck's response was, I don't recall it not occurring, so, no I don't. DFC Tuck again reiterated the fact none of it was ever done with any intention of deceiving anyone. He also said, it was an error on my behalf if one failed to turn it on, but it was not done for any kind of deceit. At the end of the interview, I asked DFC Tuck if there was anything else we didn't cover or anything he wanted to add. DFC Tuck stated, I would like command staff to know I'm sorry that any of this occurred. It was not the right thing to even have a relationship with her off duty. Nothing was ever done to cause any harm to the sheriff's office. Euro. AR Imjiv Enter VW. On December 6, 2017, at approximately 6:35 a.m., one met with Ryan Finnegan. Herein after Finnegan, at 1001 Education Avenue, Punta Gorda, Florida, to obtain a sworn recorded statement detailing his involvement in this case. Integrity, professionalism, trust, page 113. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Prior to the interview, Finnegan was placed under oath and the term perjury was discussed. Finnegan advised he understood and did not have any questions prior to going on tape. Finnegan advised DFC Tuck contacted him via phone and came clean to him about exchanging some text messages with Angelo. After getting deeper in conversation, DFC Tuck admitted to fooling around physically with Angelo while in Robert Close's truck. Finnegan stated after his conversation with DFC Tuck, he notified Close. He told Close what DFC Tuck had said, since he was also good friends with Close. Finnegan said before he told Close though, he texted Angelo and gave her the opportunity to tell Close herself. Angelo said she wasn't going to do it. Since she wasn't going to tell him, Finnegan took it upon himself to inform Close. I asked Finnegan what his relationship was with both Close and DFC Tuck. Finnegan advised he's known both of them for about 25 years. He said DFC Tuck was his best man in his wedding and Close was one of the groomsmen. I asked Finnegan if DFC Tuck ever mentioned anything to him about meeting or doing anything with Angelo while on duty during their conversation. Finnegan stated DFC Tuck never said anything to him about meeting with Angelo while on duty, he only spoke about meeting her while off duty in Close's black pickup truck. Notification to DFC Tuck regarding interview with FL. On December 6, 2017, at approximately 10 a.m., I made contact with DFC Tuck via phone and advised him of the additional interview conducted with Finnegan. DFC Tuck said he wished to waive the opportunity to review the statement provided by Finnegan. This was also documented in the following email. Integrity, professionalism, trust page I-14. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. OK Mad Tuck R2M. TFOM, Seniani. Keen. SM Utnodar, at combo 06.2017 U4M asterisk. 2, Tuck. Reben I Truck CN Ailnat. Suffolk L in, CVWW Witty Ryan HNTAO / OK Robart Tuck. THH8 Na H in Rafaranksa to our Comer Moon Radard Inf IHA Killar VI conductad with Ryan Finnegan on U.06-17. I. Wanlad to document that you aracho ilni not to coma in NR. Gordad intar VI conductad WKH Mr. Finnegan. Plaza raspond back and IWHI tundada THH Amit and your Ponta WMHTHA kata paperwork. Thank you in advat ka. 4R. Conclusion. During the course of this investigation, I have obtained witness statements from Danielle Angelo, Robert Close, and Ryan Finnegan. In addition, I have reviewed AII. Other supporting information, along with Charlotte County Sheriff's Office General. Order 3.50, the policy governing guidelines for appropriate conduct/disciplinary procedures. Based on the statements provided by the witnesses, as well as DFC Tuck's statement and own admittance, it is clear DFC Tuck violated policies and procedures regarding conduct unbecoming, neglect of duty and violation of official procedures or directives not endangering persons or property in accordance with laptop operation/logging on. During my interview with DFC Tuck, he admitted to meeting with Angelo on the dates and times she mentioned in her statement. DFC Tuck's recollection of the chain of events during each encounter corroborate with Angio's statement. Except for the following. On October 11, 2017, DFC Tuck denied making out with Angio while the two sat in his vehicle. DFC Tuck said, "I gave her a peck on the lips when she left, that's it wasn't a makeout session." During their encounter on October 12, 2017, DFC Tuck did confirm Angio got into his assigned gray SUV, but denied any sexual activity occurring. I asked him about the fact Danielle claimed he fingered her vagina. DFC Tuck replied absolutely not, that never happened. On October 17, 2017, DFC Tuck again denied making out while in his vehicle. During his interview he said, "I gave her a peck on the lips when." Integrity, professionalism, trust page I-15. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. She left, that's it, LT wasn't a makeout session. During their encounter on October 18, 2017, DFC Tuck did say he got into Angelo's truck when she arrived. While in the truck though, DFC Tuck denied having any type of sexual contact with Angelo and denied receiving oral sex from her. DFC Tuck claimed all the two of them did was talk for a bit. Regarding DFC Tuck's GPS, it is clear there are voids regarding his AVL. There are times when there is no record of him showing up for extended periods. The voids clearly involve the periods of time DFC Tuck has admitted to being with Angelo. After checking CAD reports and conducting extensive research through MIS, there is inconclusive evidence to confirm DFC Tuck manipulated his AVL system in any way. It is also clear DFC Tuck was at the Cracker Barrel on October 18, 2017, at 6:21 a.m. GPS records show he did not log on his mobile laptop computer from the time he left his residence until 7:46 a.m., when he shows northbound on 1-75 and Sumter. During my interview with DFC Tuck, I asked him if he was familiar with the manual regarding logging in on his computer when mobile in his assigned vehicle. DFC Tuck advised he didn't know it verbatim, but said, "I know basically. Once your wheels are turning, it needs to be turned on." At the end of the interview, DFC Tuck did take accountability and admitted he neglected his duties as he spent extended periods of time with Angelo while on duty. I asked DFC Tuck, looking back now, if he felt his behavior/actions with Angelo while on duty has brought disfavor to the agency or discredit to him. DFC Tuck stated it was a very poor decision on my behalf. DFC Tuck concluded by saying, "I would like command staff to know I'm sorry that any of this occurred. LT was not the right thing to even have a relationship with her off duty. Nothing was ever done to cause any harm to the sheriff's office." See. This investigator finds there is a preponderance of evidence to indicate DFC Robert Tuck violated Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Manual GO #3.50F.4.D.L2. Conduct unbecoming and the charge is sustained. DFC Tuck violated the above-mentioned policy by allowing Angelo in his assigned work vehicle for his own personal interest on numerous occasions, both on and off duty. By doing so, his integrity, professionalism, trust, page I-16. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Intentions and actions were not in accord with policy and the core values of the agency or that of an officer. This investigator finds there is a preponderance of evidence to indicate DFC Robert Tuck violated Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Manual GO 3.50F.4.B.L5. Neglect of duty, loafing, inattention to duties or procedures, and the charge is sustained. DFC Tuck violated the above-mentioned policy by spending extended periods of time with Angelo while on duty. By doing so, DFC Tuck was negligent in performing his duties and failed to meet the expectations of his job. This investigator finds there is a preponderance of evidence to indicate DFC Robert Tuck violated Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Manual GO 3.50F.4.B.3. Violation of official procedures or directives, not endangering persons or property, with relation to violation of GO 6.04E.L, mobile laptop operations. And the charge is sustained. DFC Tuck violated the above-mentioned policy by failing to turn on or log on to his mobile laptop computer after leaving his residence in his assigned vehicle. DFC Tuck failed to log on to his computer for approximately 2 hours before his AVL showed him on 1-75 near Sumter Boulevard. I, the undersigned, do hereby swear, under penalty of perjury, to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief, I have not knowingly or willfully deprived, or allowed another to deprive, the subject of the investigation of any rights contained in SS 112.532 and 112.533, Florida Statutes. Scott Clemens, Sergeant, Internal Affairs, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. Integrity, professionalism, trust, page I-17.
County. This is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.